Alrighty traders, hello everybody on the good old YouTube land. Let's get into a bit of a market update for you guys, and guess what? Oh my goodness, why is the market up today? I thought the top was in. What about the heads and shoulder formation? John, you don't understand. The heads and shoulder formation we talked about 2 weeks ago. You don't understand, John, the top's in. Oh, I'm telling you right now, the crash is going to happen. Wait. What am I hearing you say? Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video, because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Am I hearing you say, oh, this market's manipulated? Oh, the market's manipulated. No. Just step back a bit and just say that there is fundamental rules you need to apply to these markets. And the fundamental rule is, what is that big long-term trend? And whatever you think, hope, or fear, throw that out, my dear. Talking to you guys as well too, right? Right? Whatever you think, hope, or fear, throw that out. And then just go with the market. And when the market does start to slow down, aka we actually start to reverse the trend, that's when we're no longer in a trend. But until that happens, play ball with the trend. Because as you know, big movements, big trends, either up or down, can last a very long time. And the market likes to climb the wall of worry. So you keep worrying and the market's going to keep climbing, right? It's like, so don't worry, never fear. Guess what? The trend is here. And if you trade with the trend and just be a bit patient with your trades and not getting so freaked out about one short-term little day, but looking at the big picture, you can start to have a good win-loss ratio. And on top of that, if you start to utilize some good entry points, and on top of all that, if you can start to really master the art of how to really maximize these trades, then you can start to have a good portion of these trades, have big profits. And then also you want to try to keep those losses as small as possible, right? I have my losses as well too. But guess what? If you start to trade with the trend, right? And the best thing is that trade with the trend and trade after a pullback, right? So the trend analysis is, some of you guys on YouTube are just like, John, shut up with the trend analysis. It's because it's one of the most, I'm going to keep harping on this for you guys, okay? Because I'm telling you right now, the weekly trend, every single one of you guys that have worried this year about the debt and about assassination and wars and all this other stuff out there, and all you had to do to calm your emotions, because guess what? We need to calm our emotions to make good decisions, right? And what the unfortunate thing about trading these markets is, guess what? It creates so much emotion inside of you that you can't think clearly to make good decisions. And one little small little red bar on the chart and you want to jump out of the building. Ah! No, it's okay. All right, guess what? Let's go to the weekly chart. Let's see what they're doing. Oh, look at this weekly chart. What's going on with this weekly chart? Low, higher low, higher low, higher low, and another small little higher low here. Oh, John, the top's in. Really? Oh, okay. Did you make a phone call to the big boys? Did the big boys say, you know what? I'm going to give you the secret sauce here, big boys, right? I'm going to call you. Listen, there's about $1 trillion about to hit this market, and it's going to tank in the next 2 days. Get ready to go short, right? Click. No. Right? What are the big boys doing? You're a little small boy. I'm a little small boy. I'm a little small little man in the market, right? What are the charts? The charts, when it comes to what I'm teaching you here, is what the big boys are thinking and feeling and doing. So remove everything else. Doesn't matter what you think. Doesn't matter what you hope or fear. All that thinking, hoping, or fearing of fear, fear, think, hope, throw it out the window. Because what's the other thing that matters? Oh, the big boys are still buying it up. So we're still in a very strong upward trend. And so therefore, when we look at this here and we see what's going on here, we can see that we actually are still in a very, very, very big movement. And so therefore, we are getting this level here, right? So there is, and one of the really big things I was teaching my clients, my private clients, by the way, guys, if you'd like to learn, I have a free video that goes for about an hour long that actually teaches my trading system. It's my sort of my level 1 type of trading system that I use. If you'd like to learn that, then there's a link in the description there, guys. Grab access to that. You know, I teach you for free, right? And plus also when you do that, I'm going to email you like a free trading course as well too. It's got about 6 or 7 videos in there teaching you all the different techniques that I use, right? When it comes to reading the charts and understanding the markets and so on and so forth. So looking at this market though here, right? Looking at what we're going through here, one of the most powerful things you can utilize here is you can actually see the big boys coming in early, right? You can actually see the big boys coming in much stronger, right? Are the big boys here? Yes, they are. But are they coming in a lot stronger? How do you know that? Well, then you start to look at the trend analysis, right? You start to look, if the market comes up and then down through here and almost to 100%, but still makes a higher low through there, then guess what? The market here is in an upward trend, but the big boys are not like saying, right, here we go. We're really taking control now. What is that? It's a 50% retracement, right? And as you can see, the reason why I've been so bullish this market the last couple of days, even yesterday, which by the way, I actually, after yesterday, I expected one more down day. And then I expected this thing to start to have a really big move to the upside, right? And so that's exactly what, that's exactly what I was expecting, but we didn't even get that, right? We just got a continuation of that move. But look at this here, right? Low and a higher low. Where was this higher low here, right? So much things you guys can learn about these markets. Where was this higher low? This higher low was where? Low to high. Look at this. It actually came down smack on 50%. Smack on 50%. Held the 50% and then pushed to the upside. What does that mean? It means now we've got trend analysis and we have strong trend. So a 50% retracement and holding and pushing back up means the buyers are coming in much stronger. Notice back here was more than 50%. Back here was more than 50%. Now the buyers are really coming in. And you think the top's in? No. The buyers are just getting started. They're just getting started. Here we go, right? I call this Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong's come to town. And by the way, Donkey Kong, that's the big boys, right? So what you're thinking, what you're hoping, what you're fearful of, social media crap and bullshit out there, don't listen to it. Don't even listen to this man, Johnny Howe. This man, Johnny Howe, don't even listen to me, right? What? Who do I listen to? I listen to the markets. And what do? Oh, strong trend, strong higher lows on the weekly chart. We're in a very strong upper trend, so I should be looking for buy signals, right? Same for the S&P 500. This is exactly the number one thing I've utilized this entire year. And while the market's been having the short-term shake and bakes, that 5% correction, 7% correction, that 10% correction, while we've been having that, guess what? While everyone is freaking out, I've been helping you, and I've definitely been helping my private clients, especially in my live room and also on the weekly basis of my weekly session that I do, and just telling them to stay calm in the market. And why I've been saying that is because if you focus, when the market does go through these little short-term little shake and bake periods, right? I'll call them shake and bake, right? What is this here? Little short-term shake and bake, little short-term shake and bake, little short-term shake and bake. It's a shake and bake. But what is the trend, right? The trend is still up. Significant higher lows all the way up, right? And I know I've talked about this to the nth degree, guys, but it's you know, you can spend 10 hours PE ratios. Ha ha! CPI, let's go. Right? PPI, let's go. And worry about, what's the number? What's the number? PPI, let's go. Right? No, who cares about PPI? What's the trend? What's the trend? That's the main question. What's the trend? Right? But there's so many things out there, right? There are so many things out there that when we're trading the markets and when we're going through the markets, what we need to do is we need to really need to approach these markets in a way where we're just keeping it really simple here. Okay, so right now, guys, there's nothing to be worried about here, right? This is a runaway bull market here, and people have just been trying to short it or freaking out about these short-term little drops is getting run over, right? Even the Nasdaq. What have people been focused on the Nasdaq? Oh, it's the head and shoulder formation. Right? It's the head and shoulder formation. John, you don't know there's a head and shoulder formation? Oh my goodness, it's going to go down. Stop looking for tops. High, low. The buyers are still going up. And now look what's happening. We're still making a really nice move to the upside, right? So that's what we want to be seeing there, right? That's what we want to be going through. We want to be going through all of that and just going with the trend. Don't look for topping patterns, because a lot of the times these topping patterns don't end up being topping patterns, right? Look at this back here. This has actually happened a few times this year, right? Look at this here. Shoulder, head, shoulder. It went down a little bit, but then we had a very big move to the upside. While you're trying to pick the top and trying to get that little move, you've missed out on this move from here. So trade with the trend, trade with the trend, trade with the trend. So, and now let's go have a look at gold and silver for the wrap up of today's market. So this gold and silver through here, very nice complete reversal across the gold and silver market. Is this the, yeah, this is the daily charts, yes. I was wondering if this is the daily charts, all right? So very nice, strong reversal across the markets here. I was watching to see if we were going to get a little bit of a bounce. My sort of line in the sand was this big bar right here. I'm not going to get into too much of a technical here, but this bar right here, this big one right here, is that if we did get a break below this one right here, right? If we did get a break below that level there, take two. Right? This big bar right here, if we got a break below this level here, and especially this level here, then I was wrong about this here. And if we did get something like that going on, then we're probably going to have a much bigger pullback in the markets when it comes to gold for a while, and then do that and then continue. It's not going to be a complete top in the markets, but for a short-term level, that's what I'd see for a top. But so far, this gold is now breaking out. And I've always saw this having a very strong move here. And the reason why is because if you actually look at gold basically did nothing here, right? Look at this here. So gold's basically done nothing here for all this time. And now we're just starting to trend up through here, right? So we're just starting to see this thing starting to trend after doing nothing for 1, 2, 3, 4, basically 5 months of doing nothing after having that really nice big move to the upside here. 5 months of nothing, and now we're just starting this new upward trend. See the big picture? The big picture. That's why we keep an eye on the big picture for me. So that's what we're seeing through there. Let's go look at now the silver market. And silver market, complete reversal, right? This is where a lot of traders are so focused on one candle, but they're completely missing the big picture. Completely missing the big picture, right? The big picture is what? What's not what the candle's doing today. Today is not. Yes, there is a bar that I look to get in on when it comes to an actual entry point, right? Because I have my setup and then I have my entry candle to get in on. That's really important. But one of the most important things to me, which is my rule number 1, which is trend analysis. Oh, John, not the trend again. Teach me something new. I'm telling you right now, if you master the trend, if you master the stuff that I just teach you here, when it comes to really mastering the trend analysis, you are so far ahead of the game than most people. It's not funny. Then you start to overlay other stuff, right? So that's why I was saying that even if we did get a little short-term pullback through here, silver's getting ready to blow. Silver's a rocket man. Rocket man for silver, right? Look at this here. I'm telling you right now, guys, silver. This thing is just setting up to, look at this here. right? Silver did nothing for, this is a weekly chart, all these years. And now we're just developing this pattern here above it and we're holding this resistance level. If this was a false breakout, we would have done that. We haven't done that. What have we done? What have we done good? I know I'm going to get some cocaine people in there. John, what drugs are you on? What is it did done good? What is it did done good? There you go. Did done good. So what is it did done good? Did done good what? Look at this here. All that level through there. If this was, and listen to the markets, right? Firstly, strong moving average. Whenever you use a 24 moving average on the weekly chart, guys, and if it's strong trending like this here, guess what? We have a strong trending market. Do not be trying to go against that, right? Just look at the Dow Jones, look at the Nasdaq, look at the S&P. Weekly chart, 24 moving average. If it's strong trending on the upside, do not try to go against it. If it's strong trending on the downside, do not try to go against it. If you want a good win-loss ratio and the chances of jumping on a big profitable trade. Anyway, so that's what we see through here. And now, look at this here. If this was going to be a really an actual false breakout pattern, what would we get? Right? We would have gotten through here. We would have gotten down, down, and down from there. Right? This would have just been a complete false breakout pattern and down. But due to the fact that the market is telling us, due to the fact that not only did we do this here, which is a energy building phase, but we actually broke out of the energy building phase. And why am I using red for? Let's use a green, hey? Let's go back to green. Not only are we doing that, but now we're actually holding here really strong at a strong moving average, doing this here, and we're starting to pick up through here. That is not the sign of a top in silver. Oh, silver's going to go down. Really? Oh, the Russell's going to break this market to the downside. Leave your ego out of the window, guys. Leave it out of the window. Right? Throw it out of the window, right? The market's talking to us right now. Listen. Shh. Shut up. Listen to what the market is telling you. Right? And then guess what? Go with it. What are we looking at right now? We're looking at the big boys, right? We're looking at the big lion, aren't we? The big lion. Here, the big lion, right? What are we? We're the little birds. We're watching. Where's the lion? Where's the lion? And then bam, right? The lion takes off, and then we jump on that lion. Right? That's all we're doing. Listen to the big boys. What are the big boys? The big boys are saying, hey, we're holding it here. And we're breaking up. Listen to the big boys, right? And now we're holding through here. This is getting ready for a really, 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 really big move out of silver, and we're shaping up to that way through there. So silver is one of those just absolutely just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful patterns. And now on this daily chart, we're really starting to pick up through here. So listen to the markets, listen to the big boys, and just understand the concept through here. Now I understand. Because if you are focusing on 4 or 5 different indicators, what's the stochastic, RSI, MACD, this, the Celtic channel, right? You're doing that. Wrong trend. And then on top of that, now you're watching all these social media and YouTube channels and the news and the headlines, and then you're putting all of that together to try to make a trading decision. Good luck with your trading career. Hey. I'm just telling you right now, like I've been doing this for 20 years, right? There's many times in my trading career, and in fact, just before starting this recording for you guys on the YouTubes, guess what? I was talking to my private clients, and I was teaching them about some bullshit that I've done when was that? 2016. Oh, wow. Is that 8 years ago now? When Trump was being elected, 2016, 2017. I did some really, really, really dumb stuff. And I'm not going to go into the details of the dumb stuff that I did, but guess what I did? I went against the market. The big boys are creating higher lows. It's really as simple as that, right? That's the simple thing. What's the hard thing? Stop your brain from focusing. That's the hard thing, right? That's why trading's so hard. Because we want to focus on all these other things out there that don't move the needle for us. Stochastics don't move the needle. Weekly trend moves the needle. MACD divergences doesn't move the needle. Weekly trend moves the needle. Right? All this sort of stuff. The headline. Oh my goodness. Market had the worst day in history. Or it's had the worst day in 5 years. Oh my goodness, the market is such in a bad territory. Guess what's going to happen? It's probably going to have the best day it's had in 5 years. Very, very, very soon. That's how the markets work from there. Anyway, let me have a quick look at Bitcoin for you guys. One thing I'm noticing for you guys that are Bitcoin fanatics is we are getting a flattening of the moving average. But if I'm looking at this here from an actual chart reading perspective, I honestly believe that looking at Bitcoin here, Bitcoin. This is the Bitcoin daily chart to the right and Bitcoin weekly chart to the left. I honestly believe that this is shaping up for an incredible bull move coming out of Bitcoin. If we can get Bitcoin up breaking above this level up here, right? Say getting up to 68 or 70,000. If we get that, oh my goodness. Now why? Why am I saying that? Well, I'm saying that because we are in a strong upward trend, but this here is what I call an energy building phase. It's not a strong, we're not getting a strong downtrend. Yes, there's a lot of volatility, but this to me is just holding it. It's what I call a time phase, but you gotta go, what's a time phase, John? Just whenever the market goes sideways, it doesn't do much, like here, it's energy building, right? It's building energy to go for a move. It's building energy, go for another move. See how it's just going sideways. If this was a complete reversal in Bitcoin, what would we get? We get something like this here, right? Like a really big drop to the downside. We're not getting that. We're just simply not getting that. So to me, hey, I have no dog bone in the fight in the bone, dog fight the bone in the fight. Whatever that saying is, bone fight, dog fight, right? Whatever that is, right? I'm just reading what the market's telling you. And I'm telling you right now, I'm sitting back from the big perspective and not looking at, oh my goodness, Bitcoin went up for 3 days. Yes, here we go, Bitcoin. Okay, maybe. But on the big picture here, this here tells me that if we do end up starting to see the good old Bitcoin, right? If we do start to see that and we start to see a continuation of something like this and we start to break out like this, especially when we get above these highs up here, then it's not going to go up straight away. We're going to go up and down a little bit and we're going to do that, right? That's what a bull market's going to be, right? That's why whenever we do go through these phases, this phase here, this phase here, this phase here, remember what the big trend is here, right? But when looking at this Bitcoin chart here, it tells me that we're probably getting ready for some really big moves to the upside. So that's what I wanted to share with you there. Let me actually just check out. Let me just go to the mining stock sector for you guys on the mining, interested in the mining stuff. The mining stock. Looking at the mining stocks right now, this is the weekly chart. Let me bring on my moving average again. Oh, the mining stocks are going to top out. It's going to go down. I'm joking, guys, by the way. Joking. Look where we're at right now. We're at that level through there. We are at that level all through there. So we're getting ready for a really big breakout soon, I believe, on the mining sector. So anyway, traders, that is it for me today. Have an amazing day, everybody.